Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm your host as always, Lucar. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today we're going to be going into a new type of video that I'm making, which is a tier list, and it's going to be regarding to the new weapons that are appearing for the Omega Ultimate. And so far, I haven't looked at it too much, so not to spoil myself, so we're going to go at it one at a time. For of you that don't know, I am a competitive fighting game player, and I go by, of course, Lucar over there, and we tend to like to make tier lists a lot. I mean, a lot of tier lists. So I'm hoping to move that a little bit into the Final Fantasy side and go into tier making, so bear with me and bear with all the tier lists I make for the future. I like making them. It's a good way to talk about, stir up some controversy probably, and make me have a hot take or a bad take. We'll see as we make this tier list. So far we're gonna start off with Samurai, and you may ask, oh, but why aren't we starting with Dragoon? Probably like the one that you want to see the most. Well, I'm gonna be playing Samurai for this ultimate, and you can see me and my static butt heads against the boss actually right now when this video is possibly going live. So right when this video is being aired, I am streaming right now, and it's down in the description if you do want to see. So I would appreciate if you guys can show support by showing up, say hi. I'm gonna be focusing a little bit on raid, but I love seeing you guys show up. It's always a blast. Okay, and let's get into the weapon itself. Okay, so I'm digging the sheath. It looks pretty alright. I like the effects of the sword. I don't feel like it's going too ham, like covering the blade in the middle. So like I'm liking this so far, but like the sheath itself, or like the handle, I like the effect that's going off on it. So I think this weapon is looking like a high A, maybe S tier. For now, I'm gonna put it A tier and then maybe change in the future. Next up, we got the Paladin shield and the Paladin weapon. So let me see a little bit more. Okay. I like again the handle. The handle is a really good design, and again the effects isn't like too much on the sword. I think it's pretty solid. As for the shield, I'm digging the wings actually. The design on on the shield itself though, I'm not really feeling it. It doesn't look that good if you ask me, but I do like the wing, the feathers going off on the sword. So I think this one definitely belongs in A tier. Now up next we got, you know, the kind of the best class in the game right now. I'm not being biased, by the way, but you know, it's pretty cool. I do dig it. And again, I really like the middle, but this was actually the first weapon I saw immediately, so I already saw a little bit about it. And dude, I'm just not a fan of the change. Like right here, when it turns all purple and has the effect going here, like, nah, I'm actually not a fan of it. Like, if it was here in its normal state, like right here, I would say that this will probably be my favorite weapon in the game. But because it transforms into this version, like it like affects the animation, it affects it in such a bad way that I'm not a huge fan, and I'm actually willing to put this in B tier. I am not super happy for the weapon getting that animation, and that kind of destroys the feeling for this weapon. So this one's gonna be bumped down. Up next, we got Red Mage. All right, okay. Look, I haven't seen this weapon just yet. Okay, the blade itself, not too much of a fan. The handle, again, it's probably gonna be the same repeating thing. You can't go wrong with it. The little item right here, like, I'm not digging the orb. In all honesty, I'm actually not digging the orb whatsoever. But the animation of it, like, it looks pretty cool, and like when it transforms. As for the Red Mage weapon itself, it's pretty solid. I think the weapon itself is solid, but the thing that he's holding in the side, I'm not that much of a fan, really. It looks high. I'm gonna put it at B tier for now. Up next, we got one of the newer classes. Okay, okay. And alone right here. Before we even look at the transformation right here, I am digging the feather design on the back. I like the wheel in the middle. It's super good looking right now. And oof. Oh, you know what? I'm digging this animation. I'm digging the animation on the transformation. I actually like this weapon a lot, especially on the scythe itself. And so far, this one's looking like my personal favorite of the bunch. I am gonna put this one at S tier for now. It is probably the best looking one out of the ones we have discussed. And we have the second newest class, Sage. I'm not a fan of the design of these, actually. These are like really weird. I can't like pinpoint it, but they look like they're just like not satisfying to look. I'm not a huge fan of the Sage weapons whatsoever. Like, I'm more of a fan of like when they transform here than they are up here because of like the animation going off on them. But I think it would have been sick if like half of them transformed and like it does like an effect where half of them will stay white and then the other half will stay purple, and like the effect will like go between like two of them instead of just hovering in the one. So unfortunately, this one's looking like probably like C tier, if you ask me. I'm not too much of a fan. We got our second tank coming up. It's gonna be Gunbreaker. So, I don't know. I have the same feeling towards Red Mage, like the weapon, but because of like how it's designed with the flowers and such, and like how the animation goes off with the purple effect, I am liking this a lot more than Red Mage, and definitely a lot more than Dragoon. So I think it's so far looking like an A tier in my eyes, and it's just like, it just doesn't like have anything too standing out and nothing too like, not like I don't fit with it. But I think this one's just a solid class or a solid weapon to get, honestly. So you know what? I'm gonna put this at A tier. This one's looking at a definite A tier right now. Gunbreaker going to A. Next up, we got Astro, another healer, and ooh, like the effect of like the actual like center part of the Astro weapon, like it has like this like little pulsing light in the center, and I'm so far like a big fan of that. Like, I like how it looks. As for the flower design, like it's solid as always for most of the classes, and like I think the fact that the circle, like the center of the circle is getting like the effect as like all the weapons, like I really like that it's not like spinning away with it, it's spinning with it. So I think this one is looking like a possibly S tier as of right now. Yes, you know what? I'm solid. This is definitely an S tier right now because of how it's designed and the transformation of how it works. So definitely S tier. Next up, we got Black Mage. Awesome. Let's see how this one looks. Okay, the feathers looking pretty alright. I'm not a huge fan of the purple design again on this weapon. I like the sharp edges in the top of the weapon. I'm liking it so far. As for like the center of the Black Mage, I like how it's just, it looks like Omega's head. So I think that one bumps it up a little bit more. And yeah, like unfortunately the purple design isn't the best, but it doesn't affect it too much. So I'm gonna put this one at A tier. Next up, we got Scholar, Summoner. No, this one's Scholar. This one is 100% Scholar. Yeah, okay. So, okay, you know, I like the little pulsing light in the center. It looks pretty cool. Dude, I like, going back to Sage, I know that we're talking about the Scholar for this one. Dude, both of the healers have like a pulsing light. Dude, I feel like they could have done that also for Sage. Oof, now I'm like also not liking Sage even more. Okay, but going back into Scholar. Okay, so the pulsing light, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. You have like the little hook right here. Looks pretty cool. You have one side dedicated to all feathers, which is pretty all right. And the animation for the purple effect, it's actually not that bad here. So I think this one is gonna be in A tier. I'm gonna put it at A tier. Next up, we got Summoner. So far from how it looks, it's not looking too different from Scholar. It's looking pretty similar. Oh wait, you know what? The feathers are actually more aligned to the right side than they are on the left side. So I don't really dig the mixture of like, oh yeah, like most of it is in the side, there's a little bit in the other side. I'm not a fan of that one. The effect is pretty much the same. The pulsing light looks good for this one as well. And like, I think that's about it really. So it's not like too different, but it's just a small change that I'm not a fan of. But overall, I still like this one, so I'm gonna have to put this one in A tier. Now we have the first physical range of the video, and it's gonna be Dancer. Okay. It actually looks just like two disc, like that you just put into your like 1997 computer. It's not like too like shiny, nothing too like outrageous. So, but like, I do like the like next to the flowers, there's like a little hook that's being created there. And it looks all right. Yeah, you know what this actually reminds me of? This is actually unironically a JoJo's reference. It reminds me of Poochie's stand power. So it's like kind of weird, and I kind of vibe with it. I actually really like the design of it and like the sharpness at the edge. So I'm gonna put this one at A tier for sure. Next one's another physical range, and this one is gonna be Machinist. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually digging this. Like the nozzle looks pretty solid. I like the circle animation going off like at like a magazine. It looks like very Halo-ish design, and I'm digging it. The flowers go well with the ring, the circle, and it's just looking pretty good. I'm liking this one. You know what? This one is gonna go into S tier. This one is definitely S tier material. Next up comes the last healer, White Mage. And so far, this one's gonna have another pulsing light, similar to 3 out of 4 of them. Damn, it sucks what happened to Sage. I'm not too much of a fan of Sage, but going into White Mage, this one looks a lot more promising. I like the feather designs here. They look really good, actually. Like, I really like the twirl right here. It gives like a White Mage vibe, and the effects, like, they look pretty solid. Like, I'm digging this a lot. I'm gonna put this right now in, it's looking like maybe a hot A, if not like an S. And you know what? I think I'm gonna put it at S. Yeah, this one looks like an S tier. Next up, we got another tank, and so far, like, I'm liking this one a lot. This one's looking pretty solid. This one's, oof, I like the twirl on the purple effect on the end point of the sword, and the design in the middle with like this blue effect. And oh shit, I just realized that's I think that's Omega's head. Okay, you know what? I'm liking this one a lot. And again, it has the pulsing light in the middle. Oh my god, I am digging this one a lot. You know what? This one's another S tier. This one looks great overall, and yeah, bro, it's pretty great. And next up, we got Ninja. And so far, the blade's looking pretty good right now. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I see. The feather design looks pretty great. Bro, another pulsing light effect coming from the center that I'm really digging on this weapon. You know what? Like, this one's looking pretty good. Like, oh, and dude, like where the handle of the weapon, dude, it reminds me of like the things that the Yu-Gi-Oh, like the Yu-Gi-Oh characters used to wear, like the dual disc. Yeah, bro. It, like, I don't know, like, let me see if I can try and clip the part. But let me see again. But like it's pretty big, dude. It looks like a dual disc. I don't know why, and I'm liking it. I'm really like, you know what? This one's another one in S tier, dude. This Ultimate is having a lot of S tier so far, and it looks pretty sick. Up next, we got our last physical range, and again, from design, I'm really liking this one. This one looks pretty good. It has two circles. Yo, automatically it's looking pretty good. And how it looks sheath. I'm gonna go back there a little bit in the video. Hold up. Like, let me see this a little bit. Oh no, can you stop? Stop. Pause. Okay. Again, it has Omega's head. It looks pretty solid. I'm liking it. Oh my god, for another S tier again. You know what? I'm digging it way too much. This one is another one at S tier. Put that Bard at S tier, and dude, now we're tied with S tier and A tier. That's crazy. And again, we have another last one for Warrior, and I'm not sure. Like, it has the glow effect. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Its sheath looks better than when it's wielded. I don't like how this weapon looks, really. It's not like, I feel like the proportion of the wheel itself is way too big for the axe. I'm not digging it. The flower effect looks sick, as always, but I just don't think it works well with this weapon. So I think I'm looking like a possibly B tier. I'm not liking it too much, unfortunately. And last but not least, we got Monk. Let's see how this one looks. Okay, I like it. I'm liking the feather design. I'm liking that they both got the glow. They both got the circle wheel. And you know what? I'm not too into it, actually. Like, I like the design of the glove itself. It looks great. I like the feathers. I like the glowing light. It looks very well. But the purple animation kind of ruins it a little bit for me. But the vibe is still great. I still like it overall. It sucks that this is another example of like where the purple is like a little bit damaging. So I'm gonna have to put it at A tier for now. I definitely think this is at an A tier. Yep, and that about covers. Wait a minute. Hold up. I have an idea. And there we go. There you have it. This is the tier list for the ultimate weapons. If you like the tier list, or if you kind of disagree with it, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what your favorite weapon of this fight is. Personally, I think I'm gonna give that title to maybe Reaper. Reaper is possibly my favorite looking one in this tier, or in this whole entire list of weapons that are already shown. And yeah, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.